Okay, let's get into this episode. What are you actually recovering from, Paige?
Okay, so a lot of people might think that you're recovering from being codependent, or you have a controlling nature, or maybe you have like
attachment issues,
or some say that you're a co-addict. Like there's a lot of almost victim blaming type things when that happens.
Just labels that they're kind of throwing out there. But
yeah.
Nothing quite summarizes it.
No, nothing really does quite summarize it until you get into it and you realize, oh, like when people find us and they hear us and they start listening to us on the podcast, they're like, it's like a switch. Something happens within them where they're like, this is nothing like I've ever heard before. And they're speaking to me. They're talking to me. I can feel it. It's just different than when you hear the things about like codependency, co-addict, and all those things. So what I'm recovering from, or what I have recovered from for a while or been working on, it's always going to be a lifelong process, right? Like even your recovery is a lifelong process. Personal development is going to be a lifelong process.
No finish line.
Right. There's no finish line. I don't ever want to stop. I'm always learning and growing and shifting and doing things. But the start of it was realizing that I had trauma. That is really what I had to start recovering from. Like emotional trauma, betrayal trauma, psychological damage, trust issues, things from being abused from narcissistic traits, trauma bonds, gaslighting, manipulation.
I like how you tiptoed around
all
not
these
calling
things.
me a narcissist right there. You did, didn't you?
I did. You saw my face.
Narcissistic abuse would be fair to say. Now, am I a narcissist? No. But the abuse can be generalized, and anyone can dole that out. There are narcissistic behaviors that you don't necessarily have to be a narcissist to display. Right.
Everyone has narcissistic traits. Right? Yes, but a lot of people who struggle with substance use or substance abuse, they have narcissistic traits that affect us. Just like in our last episode, we talked about the behaviors from the addict that impact us, and that's what we're recovering from.
Yeah, I had very little empathy. I was extremely immature and very selfish.
So selfish.
Throw those things into a bucket and mix them together, and it sort of looks like narcissism.